G'day everybody, Justin from Crossing the Ditch here. We're picking up a live podcast from James as he's halfway up Mt McKinley in Alaska. This expedition proudly supported by Unwired.
What an absolutely harrowing day. You can probably hear the chopper in the background there. We're down to 14,000 and I'll go through the whole day with you. But Hugh and I are pretty badly shaken up. We left camp at about 8 o'clock this morning. It's about minus 20 on the head wall. We made great progress up to the fixed lines and then got up onto the ridge line by quite a good time. Started moving along the ridge line. We were both feeling good. The altitude wasn't affecting us too much. And as we came up a little rise just right at WASHBURN'S thumb, we saw 3 climbers descending from high camp. And all of a sudden, the middle climber slipped and fell, and he started tumbling, and then the 2 others tried to dig their ice axes in, but both of them were pulled off the mountain and started tumbling a couple hundred feet down this quite steep couloir, and we thought we were witnessing the death of 3 climbers. The glacier on the other side of the ridgeline was about 3,000 or 4,000 feet further down, and they were just tumbling out of control. And then luckily the top climber was able to get his ice axe in and arrest the fall, just as the other guys were teetering on the edge of going down this very steep ice fall. And me, Hughie, we were only about 30 meters away from them as it actually happened. And I had my camera out, about to take a photo of Hugh on this beautiful ridgeline. And then all of a sudden I found my finger just going to automatic mode, snapping these climbers as they were falling to what we thought was going to be their death. Fortunately, they stopped. We ditched our packs and we ran over them as quickly as possible. We set up an anchor just above where they were and got down to them. The top guy wasn't too bad, but as we abseiled down to the 2 lower climbers, we found that one of them had put his ice axe through his leg and had quite bad frostbite on a couple of fingers, and the other climber had torn his ACL. He'd done it before. We quickly set up the anchor, set up a pulley system, got them out of the danger because we felt the slope had a chance of sliding, got them to some safer ground, and then we proceeded to try and get them down from probably 16,500 feet down to 14,000. We set up probably 200 meters of fixed line down the rocky ridge line, which was hard going getting them down. And fortunately, just as we were getting them on the lines, some search and rescue guys from the Denali National Park were coming down from 17,000, and it was great to have an extra 3 pairs of hands on board of 3 guys who knew what they were doing. And then the 5 of us got these 3 injured climbers down over probably 5.5 hours down. We were having to lower them down. The guy with the ACL, we splintered his leg with a snow stake and just lowered him down this huge, ginormous head wall. And we finally got back to base camp, and I can tell you we were absolutely shattered. I think we still got a bit of adrenaline running through us. We just can't believe quite what happened. That chopper you heard in the background was actually the 2 guys with the injuries being flown out. They were pretty beat up. But I've got to say, Hugh and I did quite a good job in getting these 2 guys down, or the 3 of them down, because the other guy had mild shock. We got them down, and we're just mulling over what could have been an absolute tragedy. We're about to get to sleep now, and hopefully it doesn't keep us awake too much, but far out, it really was the scariest thing, just seeing these 3 climbers plummet and their bodies being tossed around like rag dolls. Alright. We'll speak to you probably in a couple of days' time. The weather's looking great, and we're looking at carrying on and trying to move our camp up to 17,000 for a summit bid in the next 4 or 5 days. We'll keep you posted. See ya.